back, dark sibling. The sanctuary just hasn't been the same in your absence. Do you have time? I was just about to make some tea, if you would like to join me. Wonderful. Now, you have to tell me about your latest contract. It was in the Imperial City, correct? What fun. Personally, I love the thrill of stalking a target through the alleyways, striking your victim from behind. Well, who was your target? By Sithis, a moth priest, in the Imperial Palace. Wow, I'm quite jealous. That must have been a challenge. Not that I'm doubting your abilities, of course. I know you can handle yourself just fine. After all, if you couldn't, you wouldn't be here now, would you? Oh, lovely. The tea is ready, my friend. It's quite bitter, actually. It's a mix of snowberries and tundra cotton. However, it matches the chill in the air. Here, have some honey. The same honey they use in Honeybear Mead from Riften. Here you are. Well, may I ask you something? Have you heard of the betrayal of Cheydinhal? No? Not surprising. Well, I was sorting through some old documents I found down in the library. At best, they're faded. At worst, they're illegible. But they did contain some interesting information. Something I fear that is close to being lost to the Brotherhood. From what I could manage to make out, during the Third Era, I believe sometime around the Oblivion Crisis, the Black Hand was nearly destroyed, betrayed by a fellow family member. Truly. Does the name Lucien Lechance sound familiar? He was a speaker at the time, and he's praised as an epitome of what the Brotherhood represents. Yes, these documents essentially detail what happened. A man by the name of Mathieu Bellamont joined the Brotherhood for the sake of destroying us. I believe his motivation was that his mother was a contract, and he wanted to exact revenge. We gave him our love and our trust, and he wanted nothing but our destruction. Throughout the years, he managed to rise in the ranks through the Brotherhood, while murdering his siblings in secret. Word got out that there was a traitor amongst the Brotherhood, but it was unknown as to who. Out of desperation, Lechance ordered a purification of the Cheydinhal sanctuary by a family member who joined after the betrayal. A purification? Oh yes, it's not done very often. I believe it's only been ordered 2 or 3 times before this. It's an order given by the Black Hand in a time of crisis. The 5th tenet, do not kill a brother or sister, ignored, and an entire sanctuary must be wiped out for the well-being of the Brotherhood and for our survival. Yes, it's quite unpleasant to think about. I can imagine how difficult it must have been for that family member to murder their siblings. But orders from the Black Hand cannot be ignored, and what is done for our survival must be done. After the purification, the Black Hand believed the traitor was dead. The family member who carried out the purification became Lechance's silencer, received their contracts through dead drops. Bellamont later started replacing Lechance's dead drops and having the silencer systematically kill off fellow members of the Black Hand, albeit unknowingly. It got to the point where even the listener was killed. Once the remaining Black Hand realized, Bellamont was able to push the blame onto Lechance. The remaining members tortured and killed him, believing him to be the traitor. After that, everything else is tattered. I believe it wasn't until the Night Mother herself was approached that Bellamont's treachery was revealed. Yes, it's quite difficult to believe that he managed to get that close to destroying us, to destroying the Brotherhood, the Night Mother herself. I believe it was buried in the records because the Black Hand doesn't want to acknowledge it, but ignoring it will do nothing but cause it to occur again. We must know about it, and we must be prepared for it. At the very least, LeChance is able to serve our dread father in the void. After all, there is no greater honor than that. Ah, what time is it? If I said this, I must get going. My contract is apparently stopping at the inn tonight, in town. I know, it's quite convenient when the prairie comes to you. Well, I hope to speak to you again soon. Spill some blood for me, dear sibling. Farewell.